The goal is too far away to emotionally sustain them day after day. Progress stops being invisible. This changes how the journey feels. Quitting is not even an option. Are you waiting for the industry to tell you that you belong? A lot of people start learning game development with excitement, motivation, and big dreams. They install Unreal, follow tutorials, maybe even start sharing their progress online. And yet, months later, many of them quietly disappear. Not because they were lazy, not because they were not good enough, but because something invisible broke inside their motivation. What breaks most people is not the difficulty of game development. After all, we have a lot of sources to learn it. It is how they frame why they are doing it. Most beginners anchor everything to a goal. Create a game, become an indie developer, work in an industry. And on paper, that sounds perfectly reasonable, but emotionally, this mindset creates a fragile path because goals take time, and when progress feels slow, motivation starts to collapse. Today, we are going to identify the root of the failure and the approach successful creators follow to build a happy, successful career in game development. This is the Game Creator Accelerator channel, and I am Tony Munoz. Like, subscribe, comment, share, and ring the bell so you don't miss future strategies and technical tutorials to build a clear and sustainable path as a game developer. Now let's get into the matter at hand. There is a difference that completely changes how you experience game development. A difference that Simon Sinek explains very clearly: the difference between a goal and a purpose. A goal is something you aim at. A purpose is something that moves you. Simon Sinek uses a powerful metaphor to explain this. I love it, and it applies perfectly here. He talks about Olympic athletes. These are people who dedicate years of their lives to a single objective. Every decision they make is organized around that moment. What they eat, how they train, how they rest, the relationships they sacrifice, the experiences they miss, everything revolves around winning. And when you listen to how many of them describe their motivation, they often say things like, "My purpose is to win the Olympics." But that's not a purpose. That is a goal. An extreme one, but still a goal. The problem is not ambition. The problem is fragility. When everything in your life is built around one outcome that lives in the future, the entire structure becomes unstable. If progress slows down, doubts appears. If something goes wrong, identity starts to shake. And even before reaching that finish line, the pressure becomes overwhelming because all meaning is postponed to a single moment that has not yet arrived. Now, bring this back to game development. When you say, "My goal is to create a game," or "My goal is to break into the industry," you're doing something very similar. You're organizing your motivation around an outcome that may take years. Every day that does not clearly move you closer to that outcome starts to feel like a failure, even when you're learning, improving, and growing. This is where many people quit. Not because they lack talent, not because they lack discipline, but because the goal is too far away to emotionally sustain them day after day for a long time. Purpose works differently. Purpose is what makes the effort meaningful even when there is not visible reward yet. For an athlete, purpose might be growth, mastery, discipline, or representing something bigger than themselves. The competition is just one expression of that purpose, not the reason they exist. In game development, purpose plays the same role. The game is not the purpose. The learning is. The craft is. The act of creating and improving is. When that is clear, progress stops being invisible. If your purpose is to learn, every session in Unreal matters. If your purpose is to become better than yesterday, every small system you build matters. If your purpose is to share your progress consistently, every post matters, even if it is small. When purpose is clear, you stop waiting for permission from the industry to feel validated. You stop postponing satisfaction until some distant milestone. Every day you show up and create something, even something simple, you are fulfilling your purpose. This changes how the journey feels. Instead of asking whether you are there yet, you ask whether you move forward today. Instead of comparing yourself to finished games, you compare yourself to who you were yesterday. And most importantly, instead of feeling behind, you feel in motion. This is where consistency becomes natural rather than forced. When your purpose is growth and creation, quitting is not even an option. Not because you are forcing discipline, but because the work itself fits you. Even on days when motivation is low, purpose gives you a reason to show up. There is also a very practical side to this. When you focus on purpose and process, the outcomes you originally care about begin to appear as consequences, not pressure. By creating consistently, you build skills. By sharing consistently, you build visibility. By improving daily, you build credibility. This supports independence, it supports job opportunities, it supports releasing products. But none of those outcomes are carrying the emotional weight of your identity. Releasing a game becomes a stage, not a finish line. Getting attention becomes feedback, not validation. Starting again becomes natural, not exhausting. You release something, you learn from it, and the next day you start again. Not because you failed, but because creation is part of who you are. Starting from zero does not feel like loss, it feels like continuity. So here's the reflection I want you to sit with. Are you building games only to reach a result, or are you building games because learning and creating gives meaning to your days? Are you waiting for the industry to tell you that you belong, or are you becoming someone who belongs through daily practice? If success is defined too narrowly and too far away, the path will feel heavy. If purpose is defined clearly and close to your daily actions, the path becomes sustainable. Game development takes time. It requires patience, but it becomes much lighter when each day already counts. If today you opened Unreal and learned one thing that matters, if today you share progress, a progress that matters, if you today are slightly better than yesterday, that is what matters. That is purpose at work. And if you want to go deeper into this mindset and apply it through a clear structure, mentorship, and accountability, visit Woolon.com to learn more about the Game Creator Accelerator Lifetime Mentorship. And if you are ready to take the next steps, even after office hours, you can set a time to chat with me one-on-one and discuss how this path might help you. And let me invite you to watch my new video on how starting small games will slow down your game development career. Until next time, keep creating, keep sharing, and most importantly, keep dreaming big. I'll see you soon, my fellow creators.